Konnichiwa, Akasan desu. Hey, what's up guys? Akasan here, and the first video of 2018. So, Akemashite, Omedatou gozaimasu. That's Happy New Year in Japanese. So, unfortunately, this is only going to be on a kind of odd... I wasn't expecting to do this type of video. I was going to do a New Year's resolutions video, the first thing to film for you guys, but this morning my phone has been blowing up. I just got off the phone here with friend and fellow reactor, Tyrone Magnus, helping him on his new secret project here. But, all that being said, there's something else going on Twitter about Logan Paul, somebody by the name of Logan Paul. I think I've heard of his brother. I wasn't really familiar with him so much. I know he's a big YouTuber, but I got some message from the YouTube Japan studios letting me know that he was in Japan last couple of days. So apparently something happened. And let's see, somebody on Twitter hit me up about this. Let's take a look. Logan Paul recorded a person, because a lot of you guys have messaged saying I need to comment on this, I need to talk about this, being as I live in Japan and I'm also a YouTuber. So, Logan Paul recorded a person who committed suicide in his vlog. Great. This is probably the suicide force, maybe. He had multiple shots of the corpse and does a close-up detailed overview of the slightly blurred face. Okay. It's disrespectful to the person who committed suicide and then was making jokes about it while still next to the guy. He says in his video, "What if a kid found this body?" Isn't like most of his audience fucking kids? 2 minutes later, he jokes to a kid, "Don't go in there," and uploads this to his 12-year-old, 15 million subscriber audience. Sees young fans moments later, "Whatever you do, don't go in there," he says in a sarcastic tone while smiling. It is so disrespectful. He took a selfie with the man's body and used it for a thumbnail. One of his friends said, "I feel sick," and Logan was laughing while still standing right beside the man and said, "What, you never stood besides a dead body before?" He also yelled at the man's body saying, "Dude, are you alive?" How old is Logan Paul, by the way? Somebody please... Logan Paul is 22 years old. His brother is Jake Paul. I was like Jake, Jack, whoever the John. His brother is 20 years old. Motherfucker looks like 30. Shit, dude. He kind of reminds me of Owen Wilson too. But, wow. But you know what? I'm not even surprised. 22. What? How many subscribers does he have? I don't keep up with YouTubers, so I don't know. So I know the vlog one is around 15 million. So I don't know about the other one now. What kind of mental person do you have to be to continue to record the body and then show it to everyone? To top it off, YouTube did not demonetize it or do anything about it, and he posted it knowing well that his main audience were kids. So I'm gonna take a look at it, not on camera for you guys. I'm gonna take a look and see if I can find a video. Maybe something is out of context here with this video. Maybe it's a fake body and he just planted it there. I know that Raka Raka was out here recently, a few months ago, and they also tried to do the Suicide Forest skit. I know it's a popular sort of destination for Japan, and not in terms of like people don't fucking normal fucking people don't go there as a tourist destination, but if you're an extreme shock vlogger or something, it's something that a lot of people have asked me to take them. I don't take them, of course not. It's extremely disrespectful to go down there. When I used to be a tour guide for Japan, we one time talked about doing like a ghost tour, and just everybody was like, nah, you don't disrespect the dead like that. So unbelievable. Let me take a look at this in a second. Let me watch it, and I'll come back to you with my thoughts on it, okay?
Did we just find a dead person in a suicide forest hanging? Seriously, you think that's real? Yo, are you alive? You cool with us? So, okay, a lot of things going through my mind. This is the first for me. This literally probably just happened. This is bad. Dude, his hands are purple. He did this morning. Oh no.
What the fuck?
I'm so sorry about this, Logan. This was supposed to be fun vlog. Wait, you never stand next to that guy? No. In our lives, we just experienced. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Bait and me. Crazy.
It's not like we can see it. It's right there, but you can't see it.
It's how our lives unfold. There's no going back. I've seen things I can't unsee.
You found a dead body.
Yo! I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, fam. Peace.
So, when's Logan Paul leaving Japan? Alright guys, so as of right now, the video has been taken down from Logan Paul's official website, his channel, but as you know, once it's on YouTube, that shit's on the internet forever. I saw some re-uploaded versions. I saw a highlight version of it, and then I saw the long version of it. I skimmed through most of it because vlogs. Yeah, right. Apparently, this all went down in Aokigahara, which is exactly as you probably already assumed, the suicide forest, fairly near or on the outskirts of Mount Fuji. This particular area is literally, as from the beginning of time, somewhat, is the place where people go to take their life. When all is done, that's it. When all hope is lost, people just go in there and they wander, and essentially this forest is just so thick and so hard to navigate out of that it's just essentially a place where people go. It's a very popular spot that people go to become one with the earth again, and what have you not. That all being said, I have noticed in the last couple of years, especially last year, this has been a really popular spot for a lot of numbnut YouTubers to go to film for some sort of thrills and such. And the reason I mention that is because the shock videos, it's not uncanny. This isn't anything new. People have been doing this for a while now. Tom Green is a good example. When he came to Japan, he came out here and he has something called Tom Green Super Happy Subway Hour or something like that. Look it up. But you can see that there's even things that Tom Green wouldn't do on camera. I don't know what he does off camera, I don't care. But on camera, I mean, the dude stuck a dildo in a conveyor belt, sushi conveyor belt thing, and it was funny at the time when I think about it. It was really funny at the time, but as I've gotten older and the longer I've lived here, I realized how disrespectful that was, what he was doing. And I think that's really the main thing to keep in mind here is, from our side, a foreign point of view, foreigners living in Japan, Japanese people living in Japan, it attacks us a lot more. It's disrespectful regardless, but it's going to be a lot more given the fact that we live here, and we know that's such a huge no-no, like putting chopsticks straight up in rice, you know. There's ignorance, and then there's just straight doing something for entertainment. And in the beginning of this particular, where shit got real and they noticed the dead body, the 1 minute in, it seemed like it was, the narrative was doing well and it seemed like it was fine. But after seeing the close-up videos, like the close-up shots, barely doing mosaic, all of that could have been cut out. Honestly, all of that could have been cut out. And this is the thing about YouTube, is the fact that there's nobody around, a manager, an agent, to just say, you know what, you probably shouldn't upload that. Everything else you're doing is fine. This part where you're actually showing a fucking dead body on camera, this is where you fucked up. Like, you probably don't want to upload this because probably somebody is going to have a problem with it, right? It seems that watching this video, Logan Paul and his associates have some sort of idea that they know this was going to be a sensitive situation. They put the disclaimers in there early on in the video. They put the disclaimers at the end. They mentioned about suicide prevention, suicide hotline, all this. But who did they do that just to cover their ass? I don't know. I don't know. Probably. But it obviously wasn't enough. Somewhere around the 1 minute after the discovery of the dead body and such, the jokes start coming in, and I think that's where it strikes a chord and it gets really distasteful for everybody when you just start laughing it off and you start saying, dude, are you okay? Maybe you thought, but you know, I also feel like, what, he's 20 years old, 22 years old. It's a coping mechanism. Try to laugh it off, try to be funny about it. I think to myself, if I saw the same thing, and if I were doing a vlog at that time and I witnessed the same thing, I wouldn't film a fucking dead body. Maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe I would. At the moment in time, maybe I would just film it just for archives, but would I actually post it? Probably the fuck not. No. Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's not surprising to see. Now that I've actually seen the video, I see kind of the narrative that they were playing out. I'm not surprised at how bad it was, how distasteful it was. But let us not start bringing out pitchforks and shit just purely for the sake that it's Logan Paul. I already forgot his name. Logan Paul. I almost call him Jake Paul. We already know that there's heat on Jake Paul for other reasons last year. And now people are, you know, are going to try to use this as an excuse to try to delete his channel and what have you not. Alright, here's a statement from his official Twitter. Where do I begin? Let's start with this. I'm sorry. This was a first for me. I never faced criticism like this before because I've never made a mistake like this before. I'm surrounded by good people and I believe I make good decisions, but I'm still a human being. I can be wrong. I didn't do it for views. I get views. I did it because I thought I could make a positive ripple on the internet, not cause a monsoon of negativity. That's never the intention. I intended to raise awareness for suicide and suicide prevention, and while I thought if this video saves just one life, it'll be worth it, I was misguided by shock and awe as portrayed in the video. I still am. I do this shit every day. I make 15-minute TV shows every single day for the past 460 days. One may understand that it's easy to get caught up in the moment without fully weighing the possible ramifications. I'm often reminded of how big of a reach I truly have. With great power comes great... He just quoted fucking Spider-Man! Sorry. With great power comes great responsibility. Uncle Ben would be disappointed, Logan Paul! For the first time in my life, I'm regretful to say I handled that power incorrectly. It won't happen again. I love everyone. I believe in people. I'm out here. Peace. Low gang for life. Okay, whatever, man. I mean, let me tell you exactly how it's gonna happen. There's gonna be an uproar. He might get penalized from YouTube. I doubt it. He makes too much money for YouTube. I highly doubt it. I wonder if there were advertisers on there. He didn't monetize it, so I guess that falls within YouTube's system. If YouTube is in the clear, nothing will happen, guys. A bunch of haters are gonna try to get him pulled down. I mean, wasn't he in the news last year for something? Dab on the haters or something like that? He was causing some shit with his neighbors. I mean, this is more or less a bigger concern of mine. Is the fact that just having these kids, these young adults. They're not kids. There's a certain trend I'm seeing with these young adults that are getting a lot of money really quickly, a lot of money, a lot of fame really quickly, and not knowing how to deal with this shit without any sort of censorship on them. I mean, that's partially a beautiful part about YouTube, is everything's in some form or fashion uncensored, but at the same time, we get dumbass mistakes like this. And I think that's just something that all of us are gonna have to go through. Like I said earlier in the video, somebody by the name of, what is it? TFIL was one of the first people to do a video in the suicide forest and such. It looks like KSI's brother, Comedy Shorts Gamer, he did it as well. There's even a video here, 5 YouTubers who explored the suicide forest in Japan. So it's obviously a trend that people are trying to exploit about Japan. And, you know, am I offended? Not really. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I was more offended about the blackface on TV that they used impersonating Eddie Murphy and shit. I'm more offended about that because it's happening here in Japan from people that should know better. Disappointing on all sides, but hopefully, as a YouTuber, Logan Paul can grow from this and stop doing things like this, because like I said, he was in the news last week as well. So it's one of those things I notice, especially around this age range, early 20s and such, that people do a lot of silly things and they try to cover it up with disclaimers, and they're saying they're not doing it for the drama or what have you not. But sadly, a lot of people around me that are YouTubers that like to draw up drama will say even bad press is still press, negative press is still press. And unfortunately, we have seen time and time again, the more negative press somebody has on them, actually the bigger their channel gets. Their comments in their audience becomes fairly disturbing and fairly young and ridiculous to a certain point, but negative press begots more fame. And I think that's something that a lot of us have to think about when you're choosing who do you support and what type of YouTubers you're watching. If people are so quick to unsubscribe from the Fine Brothers over React World and their ideas, then it should be the same for things like this, for other type of disrespectful videos that have come up on YouTube. But unfortunately, that doesn't work out the same way, and I hope that audiences watching this video will also keep that in mind about the type of people you want to support in the future. We'll leave it at that, okay? Alright guys, that is it. First video of 2018. Unbelievable. Was not imagining I'd be doing that. Stay tuned for my New Year's resolutions videos for 2018. Besides this shit, we're gonna start with something even bigger and better and drama-free, and we're gonna have a good old time here at the channel, okay? If you like what you saw, please hit that up, subscribe, like the video, and if you like Japan stuff, coming up real soon, we're gonna be doing a Shingeki no Kyojin, Shinzo Sasuke unboxing, baby. My name is Akasan, I live in Japan, and I'm gonna bring you a little bit more red dreaded entertainment in 2018. Take care, guys. I'm out. Take care of yourselves.